years of making cleaning and organizing videos here on YouTube and over 1,500 videos, or maybe it's under 2,000, or maybe it's just over 1,200. Anyway, I have made so many videos on this channel when it comes to cleaning, but today I'm narrowing it down to my top 15 cleaning tips to help you clean like a pro. And yes, I would consider myself a pro after 40 years, 6 years on YouTube doing cleaning, 1,200 plus videos here, cleaning and organizing other people's homes. My home is a family of 6, so you're in the right place if you want to learn some really good tips and tricks. So if you ever feel like you're cleaning all the time, but your home doesn't really feel clean, keep watching. Tip number 1, I am so guilty of this, but it is this. Start with a system. Yes, one simple system when it comes to cleaning. Why should I start with a system, Andrea G? No, it's not some weird thing that you have to memorize that some cleaning expert guru totally like. Steps A, B, C, D, E, F, and you do this on every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5. No, it's nothing like that. Like super simple. Because when things are simple and easy, we're likely to stick with them, right? Like diet and exercise. So for example, maybe you're saying to yourself, all right, I am cleaning my living room today in this period of time, whatever allotted segment you have to clean. You're gonna clean that living room, but maybe it's a bedroom or a bathroom or your kitchen. So many possibilities. My garage could use some love right now. Stay tuned. As part of starting with a system is start one place and end in that place, meaning start a task and finish a task. If you're anything like me, you start cleaning in the bathroom, then you're upstairs in your attic, and then you're weirdly in some closet in your basement in a box that's been sitting there for like 20 years, and you really forgot why you started cleaning in the first place. And then, days later that day, you're like, oh yeah, I meant to finish cleaning this bathroom. Let me know if you can relate to that one at all. I have found myself in many, many situations and places like, why am I here? Why did I originally come here? So if you want a sense of accomplishment when it comes to cleaning, which is important because that's what's gonna keep you motivated to clean, is that feeling of accomplishment, like, yes! The dopamine in your brain is start a task and finish a task. And that can be your system right there. So if you decided to start with your living room, finish the living room. And heck, you can even check something off your list. If you're like, hey, I am just gonna clean my kitchen counters today, right now, then you finish that kitchen counter in that segment that you have. Why am I calling it a segment? I don't know, but it just feels like segment. Like a lot of little segments in your house, like spaces and places, and then if you break it up, it just feels like more manageable and more doable, right? That's actually kind of clever. Segment cleaning. I like it. Speaking of things that make your life easier, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Merit. At Merit, all of their products are considered luxury. However, they're actually priced 30% below luxury brands. And you may have seen Merit products floating all around the internet. At least I have. Okay, the first product that I'm starting with is called the Uniform. It's a tinted sunscreen with SPF 45. I love when you can moisturize your face and protect your skin all at the same time. And this just goes on so nicely. It's so smooth. My skin feels buttery and soft. It doesn't look all cakey. Now that our skin is hydrated and protected, let's move on. Now let's talk about the Minimalist. It's not just a blemish cover or a concealer. It does both actually. It comes in this beautiful stick and it's so chic. I love the packaging, by the way. Not only is it an excellent product and does exactly what it needs to, but it just looks so beautiful. Cover up any blemish areas, make your skin just look a little bit more even, a little bit more refreshed. It rolls on so nice. It's dewy, it's soft. We've protected our skin. We put on a little foundation, a little concealer. Let's move on. I always like to add a little color to my skin to give it that awake look, a little bit sun-kissed, a little bit more alert, a little bit more, well, beautiful. I love this cheeky flush balm because it just melts into your skin so nicely, so evenly, beautiful creamy texture. I prefer this any day over a powder blush because why? Well, it goes on so nicely, so smooth, so evenly, but it stays all day. And as a busy mom of 4 working full time, I do not have time to reapply my makeup. So I need a blush that's going to stay all day long. Next, we're gonna add a little highlighter, or otherwise known as a day glow. This highlighter gives a dewy, balmy sheen with 0 sparkle. Now don't get me wrong, I love a little sparkle here and there, but what I want on an everyday basis is just a little bit of a glow. A little sheen, a little sparkle, a little That's pretty. Look at this. Gorgeous. Make everything look more refreshed and renewed. And last but not least, Merit's Tinted Lip Oil. You know I am obsessed with my lip care. Why? Because if you have no other makeup on, but you do put on a tinted lip oil, it can just make you look more alert, more alive, give your face a little bit more color, which I love. This goes on so smoothly, it hydrates very nicely, and it stays for a decent period of time. I don't have to reapply this lip oil like every 30 minutes like I have done in the past with other lip oils. I love all of these products. These products that I showed you solve some of the biggest problems when it comes to skincare and looking and feeling your best. Check out this awesome baseball hat. Speaking of protecting your skin, I love wearing this every single day in the summer when I go for my morning walks, and I love it. Less is more. This can be yours when you spend $100 on Merit products when you use my code that's linked in that description box below. And in fact, the uniform is Merit's newest launch. This is specifically designed so that you'll want to use this every day, and trust me, you're gonna want to. Tip number 2, have a catch-all basket. You could have one basket in each area of your home where things tend to accumulate and collect, and this would really make cleanup super easy. I mean, in our living room, we actually have like 1, 2, 8, 10 catch-all baskets, if you will, where we hide all the toys from my 4 kids, and I can quickly just dump them in their designated baskets. That's probably what makes living room cleanup so easy. I don't organize it and label it all and put this little thing here and that little thing there. Why? Because my kids are just gonna tear it apart within 5 minutes of my work anyway. I've learned this from experience. I had peg high hopes for all the kids' toys and organization. Little did I know that, well, my organization system would not hold up against the persistence of 4 children. They're like little tornadoes running around your house all day. Summers are particularly fun because, you know, kids are home destroying everything. Like, don't even start cleaning in the summer because you're just gonna keep cleaning in the summer. No, I'm just kidding. These tips and tricks will definitely help that. At least they do in my home. So back to the baskets. You could put a basket on your steps where everything could collect to remind you to bring those items upstairs. But if you're anything like me, we just set it on the steps in a certain corner on the steps. And as we walk up the steps, we bring those items upstairs. At least, well, my husband does a decent job at bringing items up. I always tell him, like, don't come upstairs empty-handed. There's almost always something that needs to be relocated up here. It's not supposed to go downstairs. So, you know, work in progress on that one. Maybe in your kitchen, maybe in your mudroom area where you enter your home, you want a sort of drop zone area just to collect all those little trinkets and knick-knack things. Now, here's the deal with this one. You gotta make sure that you go through these baskets and unload everything. It's kind of like doing your laundry. You know, sometimes people will tell me, and I've been guilty of this before, is, Andrea, Jean, I did the laundry, I put it in the washer, and then I put it in the dryer, and then I got it into the basket, right? Laundry's done. No. You gotta put that laundry away. It's just gonna be all wrinkly in the basket, and then you're shopping through your basket, which that's fine if that works for you. I did that for a long time, but not anymore. I refuse to let that laundry like have power over me anymore. It's like I am the boss of that laundry. This is a really fun one. Set a timer. This is like no fail, works 99.9% of the time, especially in the evenings, because I don't know about you, at the end of the day, I just want to put my feet up, watch a show, just relax and fall into sleep in a deep slumber to start the next day all over again. I don't want to be cleaning. I don't want to be cooking more. You know, sometimes my kids eat the dinner and then like an hour later, they're like, Mom, I'm hungry. I'm like, nope, kitchen's closed. I'm not cleaning this kitchen again. Let me know if you can relate to that one. So set a timer. So in the evening, I'll often look at the clock and say, okay, I have 15 minutes after we've cleaned up dinner to accomplish some cleaning tasks around my house. Typically that means straightening up my mudroom area, folding a basket of laundry, putting in a new load of laundry. Just the other day, I was dusting my bedroom. I had 15 minutes. I looked at my TV stand. I'm like, man, there is a lot of dust just accumulated on there. I'm just gonna quickly take my Swiffer. I'm gonna dust the whole upstairs, or maybe I'm gonna vacuum for 15 minutes, the kitchen area, the mudroom area. And before you know it, if you're anything like me, I cannot stop cleaning. It's like 45 minutes have passed, and then I'm like in some nook and cranny in my bedroom, or I'm in some dresser drawer that I've been meaning to organize for the last, I don't know, couple of months. I can't be the only weirdo that this happens to, but there are times when after that 15 minutes, I'm like, I'm done. Put a fork in me, put my feet up. It's just time to unwind. Timers is where it's at. Like if you're not motivated to do something, set a timer on your phone. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you're racing the clock. You're not thinking about cleaning. You're not thinking about the tasks that you need to do. You're thinking about, I gotta beat this clock. Yes? trick the mind sometimes. Hey, are we friends on Instagram? If not, make sure that you're following me at Andrea Jean Co. As you may have noticed, I recently changed my name there and here to reflect more of what I do as a content creator after 6 years here on YouTube. And if you're not checking that YouTube community tab, I post there lately. It's been every single day. Daily deals, behind the scenes, sneak peeks, lots of fun. Tip number 4, I am obsessed with my microfiber towels. In fact, I just folded a big bunch of them and put them away in my kitchen. It made me very happy and satisfied. I have the tearaway kind. I bought a 100 pack. I bought a 75 pack. You can color code it, like one's for your kitchen, one's for your bathroom, one's for your bedroom, your garage, your miscellaneous. So many different color options. Yeah, I could go on and on about these microfiber towels because they are that good. I mean, I use them for everything in my home. Just that and some multi-purpose spray, and I'm getting so excited I can't even speak. You wouldn't even believe how much you can get accomplished with that microfiber towel and your multi-purpose spray when you are clean and lickety split. Now, I do have paper towels in my house, but I do not find that I use them very often, unless there's like a really dirty job and I'm like, I just don't want to deal with the microfiber towels and just having to make sure I get the stains out of them. But name of the game, microfiber towels, a good multi-purpose spray, and you are good to go. I mean, you could probably clean almost every single room in your house, and many multi-purpose sprays you can actually use on your glass as well. But what I do recommend instead is just using an e-cloth, because all you need is some water. So water, multi-purpose spray, e-cloth, microfiber towel, 4 things. You can just do amazing things in your house when it comes to that. Tip number 5, clean as you go. So I gotta know, I'm gonna take a poll right now. When you bake or cook, do you clean as you go? Are you the type of person that it's like when you're done cooking and you're done baking, that kitchen has like blown up, like a bomb has gone off? That's how my husband bakes and cooks. I am the complete opposite. I am like cleaning pans as I go, putting things away, so that way when everything's baking in the oven, I don't have a whole mess before me to clean up and deal with, and I'm like, ugh, it's just, ugh, no. So that's just to give you one example. I also, every single day, I clean 2 specific bathrooms. My husband cleans the other 2. And when I say clean, we're just doing quick cleans. We're wiping down the mirrors. If the toilet's looking funky, we're gonna like clean that out really quick. We'll get to a trick here in just a few. We also have Lysol wipes in every single bathroom, so wipe anything weird down. And literally cleaning a bathroom like this, like a quick clean, takes about 5 minutes or less. Especially my bathroom, like hair and makeup, just a lot of hair everywhere. Who knows what else ends up on that countertop, but I have to wipe down the countertops and inside the sink every single day. Change out the hand towel so everybody has a nice fresh hand towel, because you know, just like the grime and bacteria that accumulates on there. I do the same in our main floor bathroom. Clean as you go. Kind of like your closet. When you're getting ready and you put on an outfit and then you don't like that outfit, you just throw the outfit on the floor, on your bed, or on a chair, and you're like, I will get to that later. Or are you the type to be like, I'm putting the outfit away that I don't like, and then when I leave my closet or my bedroom, it looks the way that I entered it in, rather than like another bomb went off in your house. So when and if at all possible, clean as you go. It's gonna make your life so much easier in the long run, and you're gonna save yourself so much time. It is rare, and you've heard me say this multiple times in the channel, that I designate an entire day or like 4 hours to just clean in my house, because I'm always just kind of tidying. Like, I'm looking at my blinds right now going, this could probably use a good dusting. So tonight in my 15-minute block, I'm gonna get out my little Swiffer and I'm gonna dust those blinds. That's what's happening. Beat that blinds and your dust. Tip number 6, use the 1-minute rule. If a job, a task, putting something away takes 1 minute or less, just do it. Just get it done, right? My husband the other day, I just organized this cabinet out here and I opened it up and there was a light bulb out of place. And I was like, ah, why is this random light bulb not where it should be? Like with all the other light bulbs, it's feeling left out, it's feeling out of place, it misses its light bulb family. Not to mention my bins are getting upset here in this closet cupboard situation that I just organized, because there is some random light bulb. This is how the accumulation starts to build up. Random things start putting in this cupboard or a junk drawer or in your garage corner or even in your closet floor. So 1 minute, if it takes 1 minute or less, put it where it needs to go. So for example, this light bulb could definitely have gone with all the other light bulbs, because every item in our house has a home. And my husband knows, I would say 90% of the homes within our home, if you know what I mean. If it takes you just 1 minute to whip your living room back into shape, fluff the pillows, fold a blanket, pick some crap up off the floor, then do that. Even in your kitchen, I would imagine most people's kitchen countertops are cluttered with a lot of stuff. Mail, paper, lots of cups, drinking cups that are dirty that probably should be washed anyway. What else lands up on kitchen countertop? Like people's day basically lands on people's kitchen countertops. So if you can quickly put everything away in 1 minute, do that. Same in your bathroom. If you're using a beauty product or you're using some sort of supply, if it takes less than 1 minute to put it away, just put it away. Tip number 7, shine your sinks. I'm talking kitchen, I'm talking bathroom, well, kitchen and bathroom. When I clean out my kitchen sink, it looks so much better. It just makes my entire island look cleaner, more sparkly, and I'm less likely just to put random dishes into the sink for whatever reason we do what we do, not following the 1 minute rule. I'm guilty of that too. My justification is I thought the dishes in the dishwasher were clean, and it wasn't my job at that time to unload the dishwasher, so I'm just gonna put the dirty dishes in the sink. But I digress. When your sink looks shiny, everything else looks cleaner. Same with your bathroom. This is why I wipe down our bathroom sinks every single day. I don't know about you, but with 4 kids and brushing their teeth, like there's just a lot of toothpaste up in that sink. I think they put more toothpaste in the sink and down the drain than they actually do in their mouth half the time. Tip number 8, do your laundry every day if you need to. Now, I say that being if you have like 2 people in your house and maybe even 3 people in your house, you may not need to do a load of laundry every day because I don't know, I like to run a full load of laundry, but if you don't carry like running a small half load, that's cool. But for me, I like fill it up. Don't overfill it. That's not a good idea. It's kind of like overfilling your dishwasher. No bueno. But stay on top of that laundry. This is going to make such a difference in your home. Now, I am not completely perfect at this. Now, I've gotten better over the years because I told you I have mastered the laundry, but I will say this week, I've gotten a little bit behind on my laundry. Now, part of that is intentional because I'm going to be filming something later where I will need to show me doing the laundry. But the second half of that is that work has been so crazy busy, so I've had to readjust my schedule and put my laundry time in aside, meaning just it hasn't been getting done. Don't you worry, I have a plan for it to get on track because I have a threshold. Like I can only let that laundry room go so long before I get a little bit crazy. So stay on top of that laundry. It makes such a huge difference in your home, and it's going to be less stressful. You're not digging in baskets trying to find what you need. You're not like looking for that missing sock or your underwear, or your kids are like, Mom, where is such and such and such? Like everything is done. It's like a feeling of freedom. I think that's why I do love doing laundry so much. Not only does it smell amazing and everything's nice and clean and I love clothes, but such a great sense of accomplishment. Tip number 9, label as needed. Now I've seen homes where like every cotton stinking thing is labeled. Like it's just label city. And if you love that, then you do you. It is your home. For me, I do not love all the labels. After a while, the labeling seems a little, I was gonna say anal retentive. Just seems a little bit too much. Now, if there are certain places and spaces in your home where labels are needed, so for example, in our mudroom area, rather than a bunch of trinkets just randomly showing up on these shelves, there are labels and boxes for everything. Or in our pantry, oftentimes we'll label stuff in our pantry so that everyone knows where things go. I don't have a label system in my pantry, but I have a station system in the pantry. The snacks are all in one place, the fruit prep stuff is in one place, the coffee's all in one place, and that's what works for our family. Remember I told you that I tried to do like a really cool organization and just be on top of the kids' toys and like label all the bins, like the Legos go here, the blocks go here, the this, that, and the other thing goes here. Well, that just didn't work for us, or just didn't work for me, because at the end of the day, just get the stuff into the baskets, the storage containers, whatever we're using. That's what I cared about. I didn't care whether the blocks were with the blocks and the Legos were with the Legos and the Barbies were with the Barbies. I wanted them up off the floor and put away. Why? Because I don't want our entire family spending 30 minutes just putting things in buckets for the next day them literally to be dumped all over the floor. Let me know if you can relate to that one. Tip number 10, this is one of my favorites. This is one I swear by, and this is one nobody will often tell you, and that is Swiffer, you don't have to use a Swiffer, but you get the idea, before you mop. Let me just tell you, I do this frequently in my home, like 2, sometimes 3 times a week, and sometimes it's just once a week. It just depends on how much time I have. I should probably do it every day. But if I don't Swiffer before I mop, I end up just pushing more dirt around on my floor. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to like sweep your floors or vacuum your floors or whatever you normally do. And then I want you to go in with the Swiffer. I'm just saying Swiffer because that's what I prefer. And you're gonna see all the things that you've picked up that your vacuum or broom did not. Now, I know you can buy one of those like Tin-Co 2-in-1 things where it vacuums and mops at the same time. I do not love those. I've talked about them before. I won't get into it. Maybe I should just say something really quick because I know I'm gonna get questions about this. Those sorts of contraptions and cleaning things you have to clean even though there is a self-cleaning option on them. And when I had the Tin-Co, for example, you self-cleaned it, but then you have to take the parts out and clean them and scrub them. And there's a rolling thing that accumulates a lot of moisture and starts to stink. And then you have to let it dry all day, like on your kitchen counter, on the floor. Like, it's just a whole to-do. So do I like the idea of something sucking up and mopping all at the same time? Yes, but I do not like the aftermath. So that's why I like a Swiffer and some sort of ring mop system like the O-Cedar mop, or lately I've just been loving the Swiffer spray, Swiffer power mop, if you will. You can just go ahead and throw away the disposable pads at the end. And that's also super satisfying because you get to see, wow, those floors are filthy. And I am appalled. I have to show my husband when I do this every other day after dinner time, like going around our first floor area, how dirty it was. I'm like, we don't wear our shoes in the house. We eat in the kitchen. Like, how are these floors so dirty? Or maybe I just like kind of a nut job and like my idea of clean is a little bit different than most people's idea of clean. I don't really know, but they're dirty. Tip number 11, this is gonna save you time and, well, it's gonna make you feel like you have more space in your home, and that is less knickknacks. Unless you are a person that just loves the knickknacks, then skip over this. This doesn't apply to you. It's not a problem. But if you're someone that's like, I want my home to feel cleaner. I don't want to have to dust every other day and spend all this time moving all this stuff. I feel like I'm in a small space, but yet my house is so visually chaotic and cluttered because there's so much stuff in it, then less knickknacks is for you. And oftentimes we save knickknacks and we put them up for, you know, emotional reasons. Someone gave it to us as a gift and we love it, and at that time, or maybe we don't love it, or maybe your Aunt Jemima gave you this knickknack so you feel, you know, I don't know, compelled to keep it in your living room. No. Let me know if this has happened to you. I will put up decorations or knickknacks, but I just kind of ignore them. I don't realize them anymore. We just become accustomed to them, so they sort of lose their value in a way. Maybe you could condense your knickknacks and just have a certain shelf or a certain area of your home where you put them. You're gonna have less time spent dusting, which I hate dusting. It's just like one of my least favorite jobs. I don't particularly know why. I think because it's kind of tedious. It's gonna make your home feel bigger when you have less stuff like crowding the counters, the shelves, just every nook, cranny, and space. It's gonna feel bigger in your house when you have less knick-knacky things. Tip number 12, you need some sort of shoe organization. Now, if there's only 1 or 2 people in your family, this may not apply as much. I mean, I don't know. It depends. Everybody lives a little bit differently. Maybe you are a single person and you just have 20 pairs of shoes spread out in your living room and entryway. You just don't know what to do with. I mean, that's definitely a possibility. Maybe you have a larger family like I do and there's just a lot of people, a lot of different seasons, and shoes everywhere taking up your entire house, but you have to wear the shoes, and sometimes you need a winter boot or a rain boot, or you need a sandal, or you need a running shoe. So have systems in place when it comes to your shoe organization. It's gonna make your life easier. It's gonna help find things easier. It's gonna help you buy less because everything is organized better in its home. When things are all jumbled up, it's easy to overbuy because, well, nothing really has a home. Tip number 13, tidy before you clean. You may be saying like, Andrea, why would I do double the work? Why would I tidy before I clean? Well, here's the deal. They are really 2 different things. When you are tidying, you're just putting things back in their homes. When you are cleaning, you're literally cleaning. You're dusting, you're wiping things down, you're vacuuming, you're sanitizing, you're degreasing, you're doing the cleaning. I used to think this was funny when I was a kid. I was told, you know, oh, the cleaning ladies come, we gotta clean. And I'd be like, why are we cleaning before the cleaning lady is coming to our house? Like, doesn't that defeat the whole purpose? No, she's there to clean, not put away all of our junk junk and belongings. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like that, she's not there for that. That's a whole different service. So tidy before you clean. It's gonna make your cleaning more effective when you're not having to like move all this junk around, and you can't really clean when there's just stuff where it doesn't need to be, and just, you get the point. Tip number 14, keep a mini cleaning kit on each floor. And for me, well, this is actually in my kitchen, in my bathroom, all of the bathrooms. Those are the main places that you want to have a sort of cleaning kit. So you want to make sure that you have a toilet brush in every bathroom, a multi-purpose spray, microfiber towels, an e-cloth, and probably some water, if you will. Those are like the main things that kind of solve every problem. But when you have easy access to those cleaning supplies, one, you're more likely to use them and keep things clean, and two, well, there really isn't any two. You're just going to be able to clean more easily within your home and less excuses to not do so. At least it would happen to me. If I didn't have all my cleaning supplies in my bathroom, I'd be like, oh, I gotta go downstairs, I gotta get those cleaning supplies, so just not gonna do it. I don't have the time. But because all my cleaning supplies are in the bathroom, each bathroom, I can quickly wipe everything down so that it looks like no one really lives there or uses the bathroom. Just kidding. We're not deep cleaning. I'm just like surface cleaning and tidying, now that we've discussed the difference. Tip number 15. Do not aim for perfection. I know, I go onto Instagram, I am an avid Instagrammer, I love me some Instagram, and everything looks so beautiful, but that's part of the draw of me going into Instagram, is because I escape my chaos and my mess that I may be living in at that moment. And I get to indulge in the beauty and the aesthetic of something, and I can imagine what that would be like for my home. But I also have to remember that that isn't always reality. And if anyone else lives in your home usually doesn't look always that clean and organized, unless you're just cleaning and organizing all day, every day. At least that's how it is in my home. Or you're just like some crazy person that anytime things are out of place or a home gets messy, like that's all you can think about, and you can't like go about your day without, you know, like just labeling every darn thing in your house. So more of the story is this: do a little cleaning every day. We're not aiming for perfection, and we don't want to spend our entire weekends, or maybe we do, but most people don't want to spend their entire weekends cleaning up their house from the week. We want to hang out with friends. We want to go shopping. We want to go walking. We want to go to a restaurant. We want to just hang out in our houses, not be cleaning them nonstop, top to bottom, although sometimes I get the itch and I do want to do that. But more often than not, I just want to hang out with my kids, read a book, and go for a walk. And because I have systems in place and behaviors in place, and I guess, well, cleaning supplies everywhere around my house, it makes it easier to maintain the cleanliness of our home. And because I tidy on an everyday basis, especially in the evenings, just tidying everything up for the next day, my home stays relatively clean on the regular. Now, deep cleaning, that's a whole nother story. Now, if someone came into my home and be like, your home is really clean, Andrea, but because I have an eye for things and I live in the home, like my blinds right here, I'm like, that's just, those need some love. Like looking at them, they're fine. If I were to go up and touch, especially some corners, I'd be like, yeah, dusty. And make sure you check that description box below for all the details as it pertains to Merit Beauty. And when you spend $100, you can get your free Merit Beauty baseball hat. Make sure you use my code in the description box below so that you can get access to yours when you spend $100 or more.